Breathe in. Breathe out. And again. One more time. Allow your chin to float down to your chest. Gently, but as carefully and thoroughly as you can. Lean your ear down to your shoulder. Other way. Breathe in. Nice stretch on the side of your neck. Breathe out. One more time. Float your head up, wrap your arms around your waist. Give yourself a nice twist. Back to center, twist the other way. Breathe in, breathe out. Once more on each side. And then hips around in nice, generous circles. Not too fast. Work with the breath. Breathe in on half your circle. Out on the other half. Then the other way. And then put one foot in front. Take the opposite arm. Big, generous circles. And then the other direction. And then switch feet, switch shoulders. There's a lot of talk in the mind-body world about mindfulness over the last, I don't know, 5 or 10 years. You want to be mindful. Tai Chi people have been being mindful for centuries. But you want to feel, you want to be mindful of the shoulder, the hand, the skin. You want to feel the air moving on your arm. And then switch. And then feet pretty much right under your hips. Go back to your first arm. Not too much twist on this one. Rather feel like you're stretching your arm across your chest, over the top, and then stretching out toward the wall as best you can. And then the other direction. Now, take that same arm up, and instead of letting the arm go, let the whole body go. So you're doing this really nice stretch from the base of your arm all the way down to your hip bone, and then let it float up, and then do that again. One more time. And then switch to the other arm. Nice big generous circles, as large as your shoulder will let you do. Feel the stretch to one wall and the other wall. Let the stretch come from the side of your chest, not by doing a twist, but by stretching your shoulder. And then the other direction. Now, float your arm up overhead and lean, stretching down the ribs as best your body will let you do, and then float straight up, and then lean again. Breathe. One more time. Let that arm relax. Just kind of like wiggle your shoulders a little bit. And then gather twice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do it again. Lift and settle. Hug the big tree. Let's go into brush knee. So left hand, right foot, step, push, Keep the same foot, just roll the whole body back, roll the whole body forward. So from your feet all the way up to your fingertips, it feels like a big wave. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Switch feet. One more time. Switch feet again. Now instead of pushing the open hand forward, make a fist and punch down, 45 degrees, give or take a little bit. Doesn't matter too much. When you punch down, allow your knees to soften and sink just a little bit. One more time. Switch. One more time. Back to the other foot. Roshni, now instead of pushing or punching, chop. Notice there's a slight angle on the chop. It's not straight down. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that's not the way it's usually done. It comes at a cross angle. And switch feet. One more time. Feet under your hips, gather. Okay, now needle to the bottom of the C, much like brush your knee in terms of this hand. But now, just the toes as the left hand dives down toward the floor. Switch feet, breathe in. Left toes, right fingers diving down. Needle to the bottom of the C. You can sink deeply if you wish. Don't fold over though. You sink by letting the back leg in particular sink down. Personally, I don't like to sink very deeply. I think it's hard on my knees. I like to just soften that knee a little bit. And that's quite good enough for me. One more time. Gather twice. Now the blue dragon rises from the sea. Both hands circle around. You're going to crouch again, just as much or as little as you like. And as the hand starts up, bring your right toes forward, matching the hand. And then circle. Crouch as little or as much as you like. And then lift up and bring the toes forward. This is almost straight up and down, not quite. So the hand doesn't reach out, it floats up into the sky. One more time. Gather twice. Lift and saddle, hug the big tree. Now, take your right foot in front. Take both hands. This is a little bit like the dragon. You can crouch as low or as big as you want. But you're going to pick your hands up high overhead and rock forward so your back foot is up on the toes. And then you're going to rock back so your front foot is on the toes and put a little twist here. And then you come back to the front. And then you repeat that. Rock forward, rock back, and back to front. This is called the child plays in the water. Picking up a big bunch of water and throwing it high overhead. One more time. And switch feet. One more time. Feet under your hips, gather twice. Let's share some pound cake with our little monkeys. Right foot, right hand, little monkey. Left hand, grab a chunk of pound cake. Stick it into your little monkey's face. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Switch feet, switch hands. A lot of monkeys, a lot of pound cake. With strawberries and whipped cream. One more time. Now take that right hand, sweep it over to the right. Another monkey, another pound cake. But take a small step backwards as you feed that little monkey. And then do that again. And then take that left hand and float your whole body around and feed two more monkeys. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sweep. And feed the monkey. Let's do it one more time, one more set on each side. Feet under your hips. Gather. Now take your left hand out to the left, the right hand here, palm in, and both hands are just going to swing across. And now they're palm in, and then turn them over so they're palm out. Very simple motion. Called the leaves blowing in the wind. Now, whichever way you're sweeping the hands, you're going to step forward with that foot. All the way across. Get this little wave in the body as the wind blows the leaves across. And a lot of Tai Chi moves are done smoothly in a steady pace. This one should have a little bit of whippy feel before it slows back down. It's not a Yang style move. One more time. Gather twice. Let's do another sweepy, sweepy move. But this time, both hands start palm up, or slightly forward anyway. And then the right hand circles around and comes up right alongside the head, right? And then both hands sweep across, closer together than with the leaves. This is sweep away the clouds and reveal the sun. And on this one, whichever way you're sweeping, you step the opposite foot forward. So I sweep right and I step left. Breathe in, breathe out. And again, this can go smoothly across, or it can have a little bit of a whippy feel. Whichever floats your boat, whichever sweeps your clouds. One more time on each side. Oh, one more. There we go. Feet under your hips. Gather twice. Now another sweeping motion. Sweeping across. Now that right hand is going to circle underneath your left elbow before it goes back out. And right at the end of that, both hands open up to the side a little bit, right? So both hands sweep fairly close together. And then left hand circles out and they open. And just like with the last one, if I'm sweeping to the right, I'm going to step slightly forward at an angle this time with the left foot. So sweep, step off to an angle, and lean into that foot just a little bit. It's called the green dragon turns her head. Once more on each side. Gather twice. Now take your left hand, make this kind of like hill or curve over your head, and then push it forward. And then it makes this little wave, and then you push the other hand forward. Right hand over, forward, little wave, and then the other hand forward. Now, left hand, right foot. When you make this little wave, allow it to wave the whole body forward and back a little bit. And then kind of settle back as the other hand just pushes forward. So it's over the top, push, a little whole body wave that expresses itself out into your fingertips. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. It's called pulling back at the edge of the cliff. One more time. Feet under your hips, gather. Just for fun, let's put a couple of those moves together. They flow pretty nicely. So, hands over to the left, sweep. Right hand circles up alongside your head, and then make this kind of curve, wave, and other hand, right? So, left hand. Oops, sweep the other way. Sweep first, yeah. Sweep away the clouds, reveal the sun, pull back at the edge of the cliff. Sweep, sun, pull back at the edge of the cliff. Sweep left, step right, sun, and then pull back at the edge of the cliff. Sweep right, step left. Reveal the sun, pull back at the edge of the cliff. Oops, almost did it the wrong way, sorry. One more time on each side. Feet under your hips, gather. Grandmother feeds the chickens. Hands start about hip high, float over the top. You're gonna float up, fly up, float up, and then go floating down. Circling the other way. Breathe in. Now take your right foot, and as the hands float down, turn it out so it's pointing to the side, same direction the hands come up. Toes in, toes up. Now you can move the foot in either of two ways. You can actually just pivot on the heel. I suggest you actually pick the foot up a little bit and step it in the direction. Because then if you have the space, instead of stepping to the side, you can step ever so gently forward. So we put a little angle on this, and we can work our way in whatever space we have. Put the feet down very gently, very deliberately. You don't want to step on any of those little chickens. Stepping back Same way. You didn't have space to move, you just kept moving left and right. I have about one more before I back where I started. Feet under your hips. Got it. Okay, cloud hands. Take the right hand over to the left. Just 2 sets. So we sweep left, sweep right rather. Once and twice. And then roll your hands in, grasp the sparrow's tail, ward off, pull back, press, roll back and push. Both hands, big sweep. We'll add a single whip in right here. And then take that right hand around, left hand around. Yeah, this hand. And 2 sets of cloud hands. Gather in, grasp the sparrow's tail, ward off, pull back, press, roll back and push. Single whip. Let's do that one more time. Cloud hands. Bird's tail. Single whip. Cloud hands. Bird's tail. And one last single whip. Feet under your hips. Gather just one time. And then gather from the earth. Reach up and out. Crouch as little or as much as you feel happy about. Picking up a big ball of earth energy, lifting it up overhead and letting it pour all in, through, and around you. And gather from the heavens. Gather from the earth. Typically done in sets of 3. We'll just do 3. You could do 6, 9, 12. Now, imagine all that heaven and earth energy, and you're going to circulate it. You're going to bring your hands up really close to your body. Imagine that earth and heaven energy flowing together up your spine, up the back of your head, over the top, and then flowing like a waterfall down your face, your chest, and your belly. Do that again. Breathe in, up your spine, and down your face. Breathe out, chest and belly. One more time. And then bring your hands up to your heart and push. Gather. This is called cleansing the heart space. We're releasing, letting go anything we may have gathered no longer serves us, and drawing in fresh, rich, living energy to replace it. One more time. And then let the hands gently float down and fold over that space just a little bit below your belly button. And take one more nice, long, slow, deep breath. And go make a nice day.